guys an update on what we've been doing since Monday. And we've been very busy. We've done 2 lengthy news articles with outside papers that came in. Those articles are going to be really in depth. We've been continue with writing our letters. We continue to call. Today we went over to the Blood Tribe. We met with their council, their chief, and members of their council, pertaining to what's going on here, but also what happened with Frosty, the elderly, who was still in on that, and I gave them our perspective of where we're coming from. But I guess one of the big things that happened as we were coming back, I had a number of messages from what's his first name? Labrador is his last name. Del. And so what they wanted to do was have a conference call with all of us. So we were right at the border when we got online. I understand the other side of the council were invited to participate. None of them chose to. So there was just Jay, Paul, myself, and CHERYL that were talking. But they're coming in. They've been monitoring the situation. They said from day one. They were trying to get here on the 4th, but because it's obviously a holiday, they're going to be here the 11th and the 12th. And so what they want to do is they want us to put together an agenda. And just off the top of our heads, Paul was saying about a lot of this trouble starts from individuals on the inside that are working against the council. We're elected officials. I had over 1,800 people that voted for me. And the thing about it is, I told him, you tell me that 4 individuals could take me out of office? I said, what about the other 1,800, the 1,830 people that voted for me, that went out of their way to come out? And so again, we pushed the Constitution with them. We pushed what's going on. And my secretary called me. She said she was cornered by David Spotted Eagle today. And so they're trying to get their chumped up charges again on us. So I called David and I told him I want you to call me as soon as possible. Just before I came here, he called me. And I told him I'm giving you a courtesy call because it's going to go out now with you guys. I said, I'm giving you a courtesy call. I said, and I mentioned to him what was going on. I said, I understand you were trying to interrogate my secretary today. I said, here's the deal, David. I understand you have been every false fabricated charge that has been coming against the council that comes from you. You're the one that's been signing off on it. I told him I understand that you're Willie's henchman that goes out and you begin to fabricate. I said, so you're at the top of the list. I'm giving you notice right now. I'm not threatening you. I said, I'm giving you notice that you're at the top of the list. You're going to be the first one that we're going to investigate, that we're coming after. Because I wanted to get the tables turned. See, they've been intimidated and throwing fear. And I want him to know that this is a fact. Because he also, in his intimidation today, he threw at it, and I didn't know this until later on. He threw the comment and had nothing to do with what's going on. He threw the comment and he said, oh, and by the way, federal charges are coming down on Jay, which is a lie. Because we've been talking to all the federal people. We've been talking to all the federal people at all levels, from the FBI and everybody. I'm not crying, I got an allergy. So when I'm talking about this, don't think I'm crying.
When you said I winked, I had an allergy too.
So, with this, we wanted to let you guys know that, I know sometimes it looks like nothing's happening, the wheels are spinning slow, but it's happening. And he said we've been receiving countless information, countless calls. He said we've been monitoring the situation. And that's what I thought, this is one of the main individuals at the Department of Interior. So no matter what these guys want to do, how they want to try to hide, how they want to lie, it's coming out. And it's going to continue to come out. Because like when those paper articles come out, you're going to see we were given full opportunity to express ourselves. And it's going to be specific in what's going on here. And just like Nathan today had, for the first time probably, had the opportunity to say this is what's going on and this is what's happening to our lives. This is what's taking place around here. And see, a lot of people aren't hearing that. They're hearing that one side when Willie writes in his articles and says, oh, it really hurt me to get rid of Paul, but we have to protect the rights of the people. He's lying. He enjoyed getting rid of Paul. And when he goes around, and I told my wife the other day, all they could do is say that we drew per diem to take off. I said, but they don't pull the whole story. See, that per diem, and I'm just going to say this because it's so absurd. That meeting was scheduled. That's when we were still holding hands and singing Kumbaya, and they were on the other side. So when they set the meeting up in Kalispell, those checks were already issued for us to go down there. But they hit us on that Thursday. They hit us with Jay. And by the time we got back on Friday, everything was closed because everybody's already over at the fair. And then we get the statement to come in on Sunday. We come in on Sunday. What did they do? They removed Paul. So again, as we went down to Billings, my only purpose to go down there was to address Mr. Parisian. So we went down there. And when I addressed him, I was on my way back on Wednesday, 2 o'clock. Again, the tribal office closed down. So from Wednesday to Friday, everything was shut down. Wednesday to Friday. I come in Monday, what happens? I get fired. I told my wife, my God, I've been on the job 30 days, 30 working days. And they're writing in the papers that I'm corrupt. I told her, I thought it takes longer than 30 days to get corrupt. I told her, but in reality, you got to take those 4 days off we got for Indian days. Those 3 days, Willie just shut down. I said, I've been in office for since July, and in that time, we've been shut down, what, 3 times? I told her, in reality, I probably have less than 21 working days, and I'm corrupt. So if that's the best they could do, I said, my God, they're reaching for straws. But that's what's happening. The feds are coming in, and I know the gentleman from Billings, they already had a scheduled meeting coming in to do an audit on the law enforcement. And I mentioned to him a number of instances that have happened. And he says, I was totally unaware of it. So we kind of brought some things to their attention of some of the officers that aren't qualified, that can't pass certain tests, and those are going to be addressed. So I guess in a nutshell what I'm saying is that your hard work, your calls, your prayers have been answered. And this isn't the end. I want people to continue to hit them, continue to go at them. If you got letters and documents you're still going to send out, continue to send them. Head them out to the state of Montana because of those 2 state representatives we have. I don't call them councilmen. They're state representatives that are plants by the state of Montana to come in and destroy the Blackfeet Nation. That's what they are. And so we're just continue to hit them because, see, here's the deal. Shannon on the outside world, he's admonished as this really rising star in the democratic field of politics. But see, the outside